His connection's gone, hasn't it? I knew he wouldn't stare that much usually. He's giving me the evils.
Oh, Zach Village internet strikes again.
Oh, goodness sake. Right, I'll start again.
Yeah, let's record it.
Hello and welcome back to the Cricket Nerds podcast. I am James and I'm joined by Zach. How are you doing, Zach?
I'm excellent. I don't think we said that last
We
time.
haven't. I haven't asked you how you're doing for a while, so I want to see how you guys are doing.
I'm almost there with COVID. I've got a couple of days left of isolation, but yeah, we're all good.
Good. And Benji, how are you doing, mate?
Very good. I actually really enjoyed the Gujarat Lucknow match. 2 new franchises, but we'll get in to discuss that straight away now.
So I actually want to start by asking each of you one question each. So,
Okay.
Zach, who do you think the main villain of the Gujarat Titans versus Lucknow Super Giants match was?
The villain is probably KL Rahul, based on the fact that we said he's going to be the top run scorer. He will be the top run scorer. First ball of the match. That's it. He's gone edged behind. He just didn't play the ball properly, really. He was squared up. He would have done better if it was a test match, I think. So, yeah, I think KL Rahul, not good when you're the captain as well. Setting the tone in the wrong way.
A big villain, mostly because he left Punjab Kings, but also because of that. So, Benji, I want to come to you now. Who was the biggest hero of the match?
Ayush Badoni. What a young player. 22 years of age. Had only played 5 innings in T20 before and had scored 8 runs ever. Oh no, he played 1 inning and scored 8 runs, played 5 matches. Came out on debut. It's a sublime knock for sort of 54 runs. Started off quite slowly, but he was against, a pace attack of Lockie Ferguson at that point. Hardik Pandya was bowling quite well, and then had to see Rashid Khan off, but batted fantastically for a young player. Showed some real class. We were commenting just previously that it was some inspired scouting from the Gujarat side, from the Lucknow side. In terms of heroes from the Gujarat side, David Miller and Rahul Tewatia really played a really good knock. There was a bit of a question mark whether those two would, be worth the amount that the franchise spent on them. We didn't rate either of them too highly in the auction picks, but we know that both of them have the ability to play match-winning innings. Rahul Tewatia, won games by himself last year for Rajasthan in quite a weak side. Do I think that this will be a typical Gujarat type of game? I don't think so. I think we saw, as James has alluded to, a very weakened Lucknow. Lucknow didn't have Jason Holder, didn't have Marcus Stoinis playing because they were not available yet. And I think that's really has hampered that Lucknow side. And I think with, players like Badoni in there and Deepak Huda played a really good knock as well. I think that actually we can see Lucknow come back from this and play quite well. James, what were your thoughts?
Well, yes, that. I think I even though at the start of in our pre-IPL predictions we'd said Gujarat are going to suck, Lucknow look pretty strong. I'm going to say that my estimation of how they do in the table is still right. And again, I'm doubling down on this, so it means that when it comes back to bite me, it'll bite me even harder. But I still think that Gujarat are lacking a bit of balance. To be fair, I didn't give their Indian talent the credit it deserved. A couple of players I haven't heard of have done pretty well for them there, and I've been quite impressed with them. However, I think they don't have the right balance. I think, someone like Raul Tuatia, and watch him get the orange cap now, but I still don't think he's consistent enough to last the whole season and, really bridge the gap between out and out batters and bowlers. And then with Lucknow, I kind of said that I think they've got a strong side, but I think that they don't have the squad depth. And yeah, like you just said, they really missed the middle order of Holder and Stoinis there, I think, because it also frees up the top order a bit more. I mean, the top order of Lucknow, 3 class players right there: KL Rahul, Quinton de Kock, Evan Lewis, couldn't get over 10. Any of them. Like, it was a pretty shocking performance from those 3, and you kind of expect them to be amazing. Little highlight of the match, the real good guy was Krunal Pandya. Actually, he buried the hatchet with Deepak Hooda. We were talking about all this drama beforehand. When Deepak Hooda took a wicket, right over there, Krunal Pandya gave him a nice little cuddle, and I thought, you know what, that's what IPL's all about. It's good times. It's good times, and it's happiness, and that's what I like to see from an IPL match. Just a bit of positivity.
Well, I think this game, or this tournament so far, these 4 matches, have taught us a few things. First thing is our predictions don't mean anything, because I would have said that all 4 games that had taken place, if you asked me at the start of the tournament, I would have given it to the other team. It also tells you that if you win the toss, choose to bowl, and you will win, batting second. And it also teaches us that 2 good innings of 50s mean nothing. What means something is everyone getting 30 off 20 balls. If you can get 30 off 20 balls, you're going to contribute to winning the team, because I guess Mohammad Shami, I don't know if he got man of the match. I don't think we've started this podcast pretty soon after, but I would definitely give it to him for getting 3 for 25. That's ridiculous. But then, if you look down the Gujarat order, there isn't. It's like the other game with Punjab. There isn't anyone who stands out that you would say, yes, they played a match-winning innings to get a man of the match. Everyone chips in. And I think we're going to see that throughout the tournament. The teams that just chip in all the way down their batting order are likely to do well. Whereas the teams that are relying on 1 or 2 players, they're probably going to struggle more than the others.
I've got one more bit of interesting analysis, particularly now that we've seen 2 games at the Wankhede Stadium. It appears to be a very seamer-friendly ground. Wankhede tends to not turn that much, and we've seen in both of those innings, the vast majority of the wickets have gone to the seamers. Rashid Khan only took the 1 wicket for Gujarat, and Mohammad Shami and Varun Aaron were very good with their overs. And we also saw that in the Chennai KKR game, where it was that pace attack at the start that happened, and because Chennai were missing their frontline seamers and they had Deshpande and Dubey that aren't quite up to the standard where they need to be for this tournament, we saw that the Wankhede might be quite a seamer friendly environment. Like Mohammad Shami and also Hardik Pandya, I think he bowled quite well. He was a bit more expensive than he would have liked to be, but he was bowling sort of the dogged middle overs. Looks good though. We were sort of doubting whether Hardik would be fit as well for his bowling, but he looked in good form with bat and ball, which might bode a bit better for Gujarat. But yeah, it appears to be quite a simple frame that there wasn't that much turn. Poor old Ravi Bishnoi and got smote all over the stadium. It was only really Krunal Pandya, who's not a massive turner anyway, who was bowling economically.
Yeah, and I think that is a lot to do with the G factor, because it's what we are seeing and what we've seen in previous IPLs, because they moved matches earlier so that it wouldn't run past midnight, which was a regular occurrence back in the day. It means that the dew factor is a thing. And, you see seamers that are bowling slower balls taking the wickets just because it's something a bit different. That's why Harsh Patel got the purple cap last year. And I hope it isn't a theme. I hope it isn't just win the toss, win the game. But you're right, it is kind of looking that way a bit. Finger spin did quite well in the second innings. Krunal Pandya and Deepak Huda bowled well, actually. They just potentially bowled a bit too long. Ravi Bishnoi and Deepak Huda, they bowled extra overs in like the 16th and 17th overs, which traditionally you'd say they're the death overs. And you don't really want a spinner on then. Middle overs, like sort of 8 to 15, that's spinner territory. And I think it was a bit of maybe a lapse in judgment from KL Rahul there. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but hopefully that isn't too much of a continuous thing of just win the toss, win the match.
Well, I think it goes with the old saying of batsmen win your matches, bowlers win your tournaments, because it will come down to the teams who are able to defend a total because their bowlers are bowling very accurate line of length, bowling dot balls consistently, almost like Chamira did today. He just didn't get it from the other end from Avish Khan. Just having bowlers who can do that, they're going to win you the tournament because it will be those crucial matches. Because let's say half your games you're chasing and half your games you're defending. You need to win more of those defending ones. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, we will. So
look forward to tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow we've got Rajasthan versus Sunrisers Hyderabad. So please join us for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow our social medias. We are at Cricket Nerds Pod. And fantasy. Don't know who's doing well. Probably all of you. We'll give a proper update.
Come out, it takes about an hour for it to go through.
Yeah, so we'll have a good chat about fantasy tomorrow, but it's still not too late to join. I've had a horrible week. I think I've had KL Rahul, who probably got me minus points. I've had Ruturaj Gaikwad get me minus points. So, you'll still be beating me if you join now. So, yeah. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.